As I begin this recording, a friendly reminder to please keep your audio and video disabled. Nothing you put in the chat will appear in the recording. I'm going to stop sharing my screen, and Ashley, you're welcome to take over.
Hello, welcome to some chair yoga. Since it is chair yoga, you need to sit well. Go ahead and find a good spot right here and start checking in with your parts. I'm kind of a two pillow gal. I'm sitting on one. I got one behind me. Make this place as comfortable as possible. Let your feet be on the ground. Put your feet underneath your knees. Knees to come straight out from your hips. That way you don't have a lot of grip going on through the low half of the body. Put the hands rest in the lap, any old way you like, whatever's comfortable. See about putting the elbows under the shoulders. So you got a good neutral arm position going on. Sit back. Let that happen. Bring your chin parallel to the ground. You can let your eyes close or maybe just look down. Let's just take a little second. We want to let go of involvement with the external. That's our first step. So take a moment to notice the sounds that are going on around you. Get acquainted with your environment. Just let those sounds fall away. Let them be sounds. It's all right. Let your awareness start to move in towards you. Notice the temperature in the room and how it feels on the skin. Notice the weight of the clothes on the body. Relax through your jaw and your tongue. If you feel like you're leaning forward, if you're not sitting back in your chair, go ahead and just sit back. Soften through your face so you can get your cheeks to relax a little bit, maybe around the ears. Let that softening move into your shoulders. Then take a little moment to notice how your torso is lifted. Notice how you're breathing. Is your breath moving your torso some way? Chest or in your belly? Just notice that. And let your breathing get a little deeper. Just a little longer on the inhales, a little longer on the exhales, letting the chest and the ribs and the belly all expand. You don't want to force anything, and your yoga should never hurt. Don't do anything that hurts. Let your breath get a good, discernible fullness. Now keep this awareness of breath as you roll through the practice. And we're going to start off with the neck and branch out. So keeping your chin parallel to the ground, take a look out over your right shoulder and pause there. Keep breathing. And then nod your head. Inhale, look up. And exhale, look down. Nice and easy here at first. We're just getting started, so you don't want to do any cranking yanking moves. Just see how the head is wanting to move. Are there any sensations through the neck? Now bring your chin back parallel to the ground and turn to look all the way over to the left, not in a rush. When you do look left, start nodding your head. Again, you're going to inhale, point your nose up, and exhale to point your nose down. Now let your chin come back parallel to the ground and turn your face forward. Pause for a second. We're going to do one more thing with the neck. So when you exhale the next time, let your right ear fall towards your right shoulder. A little bit more of that movement. You're going to look down at the ground and then look up towards the ceiling. Keep that steady breath. Easy for it to die out. If you catch yourself thinking, that's okay. Shift your awareness back to your breathing. Now let your nose point forward and then take your right hand to the side of your head and help it up. All right, wait for just a second here. The tissues settle. Let's try the other side. When you exhale the next time, let the left ear fall towards the left shoulder. That might be different already. So let's try the moves. Point your nose down to the ground and point your nose up to the ceiling. Here we go. Now let your nose point forward. You're not rushing to do this, by the way. Take your left hand to the side of your head. Push your head up. And again, pause in the center. Notice how things go. You're going to move out into the shoulders and the arms now. You're going to want to lean away from the back of your chair just a little bit. And take your arms out from your body. We're going to do what's affectionately known as flossing. So relax your shoulders down. Take a look over at your right hand and turn it palm up, thumb back. And then take a look over at your left hand and turn it the other way, but go palm up, thumb back. Now look forward and then start rotating your arms in opposite directions. Now your arms might not want to do this. They might laugh at you and go, no, I go in the same direction at the same time. And that's perfectly fine. But if you can get them to go in opposite directions, then you get just a little bit of a different shimmy through the shoulders. Now keep this up and we're going to add the head movement, add a head movement to this. Okay. So at some point, look over to the right and then look left, look right and look left. So as you rotate your hands, move your head. I'm going to do a couple of more. This is pretty intense some days, especially if you sit at a computer. Oh my gosh, come to center with your head. Keep your arms going. And then stop with the arms, hands in your lap. Pause for a moment and take in that. Okay, scoot a little closer to the forward edge of your chair. Put your feet back on the ground under your knees. Let's do a little bit of cat-cow. I'm going to turn sideways as a matter of fact. Quite easier for you to see me. Hands to your knees. Let your inhale arch your back so you get to look up at the ceiling. And then let the exhale round back so your chin comes on. Good. Again. Now, there's a bit of a trick with cat-cow. If you're really letting your head do all this whizzing around and letting it move first, you try to change that up and let some rocking on your hips happen first, and then let your head move. Try two more inhales, two more exhales. When you inhale that third time, just come right on up to center. Pause for just a moment. Try a little bit of side bending. Take your arms out, kind of goalpost or cactus style, but still be able to see your arms in your peripheral vision. Okay. So when you exhale the next time, lean over to your right and look down at the ground. When you inhale, come to center and point your nose up to the ceiling and sweep over and exhale, lean left and look down. And then do it again. And you want to get this head movement going. Now, while we do this, I'm going to explain right off the bat, I have a little bit of a thing with keeping the neck loose and flowing and its range of motion available. A lot of stuff goes through the neck. Signals from the body to the brain, a lot of blood flow. Those poor little vertebrae, they got to hold up our big old inflated heads. We've really got to keep this space loose so things can continue. Not only that, going in the opposite direction, it's important for your arms and your shoulders that your neck stays loose. All right, do one more on the right and one more on the left. When you're done with both, you come on back to center, let your hands rest down in your lap and take a little pause. That's how you feel. Okay, we're going to string together a whole series of poses here that's meant to go ahead and raise the energy through the body. It is a Friday morning, right? So first of all, take your fingertips to your shoulders with your elbows out wide and let your elbows and shoulders kind of relax down. You're going to move with your twist on the breath, and it's going to be a little faster than we normally would for like a regular yoga class. So you're going to inhale to the right and then exhale to the left, and then inhale, twist right, exhale, twist left. It's not a huge twist. It's not your full range of motion. It's just kind of an inhale right, exhale left, inhale right, exhale left. And you can probably tell already how the energy is going to be moving up through the body because we've got that breath going. Now you want to take your face with you. Do this just a couple of more times. Inhale right, exhale left, inhale right, exhale left. Now, when you get over to the right the next time, hold your body there, keep breathing, but take your hands down, one to your chair and one to your knee, something like that. And you're just looking off to the right now, and your chest is lifted because you're sitting tall. Relax your shoulders and breathe. There's no pulling with the hands. Now, that right hand that is behind you, take it up in the air and then lean over to your left a little bit for a bit of a side bend, not a whole bunch. You're kind of looking up towards the ceiling or maybe towards your arm or something like that. You could also close. Now, this right hand that's up in the air, bring your body forward and take it to your left knee. So now your arms are crossed. And now you're arching your back or doming your back as your chin is coming in. So we did this just a second ago, didn't we? Yeah, hopefully it feels pretty good. Send some breath between your shoulder blades. Give it one more. Now, when you inhale again, open up, take your arms back, that goalpost style, and arch your back and look up. Relax your shoulders. And then come to center, let your hands come down. Pause for a moment and take in how you feel. Got another side to do. Let's see what happens. So once again, fingertips back to the shoulders, elbows out wide. Relax your shoulders down. And this time it's going to be inhale left, exhale right. Inhale left, exhale right. Again, it's a little faster, but we're kind of trying to bring up the energy level a little bit here. We'll level ourselves off with relaxation. Just a couple of more nice moves. Inhale left, exhale right. Inhale left, exhale right. When you get over to the left again, pause your body, but keep breathing and take your hands down. Remember, one to your chair and one to your knee. Be tall. You might even close your eyes for a moment and just be in your twist. That left hand that's behind you, when you inhale, float it right on up in the air and lean over to your right just a bit. If you're doing a bunch of pulling on anything, back away a little. This shouldn't be a strain. It should be a nice lean. Now take your left hand, bring your body forward, take your left hand to your right knee, and your arms are crossed the other way now. And once again, you kind of roll back a little bit so you can get a nice doming action through your back body. And it gives you an opportunity to put some breath between the shoulder blades, and hopefully you can release some tension there. When you inhale again, open up, take your arms back out that goalpost style, arch your back and look up, relax your shoulders. And then come to center, hands down. Take a moment to pause. Notice you. Notice any subtle sensations in your body. Notice your breathing. Okay, we're going to go ahead and stand up for a moment. Now, put your feet underneath you because we're going to hover over our chair in what's known as chair pose. So take your hands to your knees. You're going to look at the ground. You're going to lean forward, lift up, and come into a place of stability where you can just hover with your knees and hips still bent. Pull your belly in towards your spine so the low back and the low front are making friends with each other. And then when you inhale the next time, stand up. And if you want to, you can take your arms up in the air and reach and lift and hands down. All right, pause for just a second. Notice how you feel. We're going to move in behind the chair and do a couple of warrior poses. You can always do these from sitting, have to stand. So come on in behind your chair, holding on to the back of it. Step your feet nice and wide as you're comfortable with, wherever you are. You don't want to slip or anything like that. Now, make sure that your left toes are pointing straight forward, and then take a look down at your right foot and turn it straight out 90 degrees from your left. Okay? Take a look at your right knee and bend and straighten it a couple of times and see if you can get it to come over your ankle in a way that's comfortable and stable. And when you've got that going on, make sure your back leg, the left one, is really straight. Your left hand is going to stay on the chair. Extend your right arm out parallel to the ground, right over your knee here, and relax your shoulders and look to the right for a nice warrior two. Now, if you want to challenge your balance, keep breathing, by the way. You can put just one finger on your chair. That'll change things up for you. And if you want to do a full warrior two, then you extend the left arm straight out behind you. You see how you can do this in your chair also? You can keep both feet flat on the ground. You don't have to do that much. All right, if your left arm is extended out, put it back on the chair. You're going to straighten your right leg and take your arms down. Let's try that on the other side. And we'll come back to it in a second. So right toes point forward and left toes turn out back again. Now again, straighten and bend, and watch the knee here and see what's going on. And then finally make your way into something that works for you. Still hold on to the chair, extend your left arm out. Make the shape first. Back leg's got to be very strong and straight, okay? And then decide if you're going to change with this right arm, if it's going to go anyplace else. You might try something for a breath and go, that was good. Come back to putting your hand on the chair. All right, if you do have your right arm extended, put it back on the chair. Go ahead and straighten your left leg. Take your arms down and straighten your knee down. Toes forward. Okay, so we're going to revisit that and add on, and then hopefully it's going to feel a little different. Better. Turn your right foot back out. Get that knee bend thing going on. Find your spot. Find your warrior two. Back leg straight. Extend your arm. Right arm in this case. Now, hopefully the body is really stable through the low half. So you keep your hand on your chair and flip your right palm up and then lean back a little bit. Let your right arm come on up in the air. Now you can keep your right hand on your right hip. It hurts to put your arm in this position. And if you're being fancy, you can take your left hand to your left leg. It is chair yoga. All right, back to warrior two. Keep your knee bent. And then release the whole entire thing. Other side. So right toes forward, left toes out. Check it out. Do the little bend and straighten thing just one or two times to find your space. And then make way into your warrior two. All right, check out all the parts. Back leg strong. Get a little lift going through your ribs too, but some relaxing going through your shoulders. Okay, so here we go, reversing the warrior. Flip this front palm up and lean back. You know, see if you can look up at the ceiling. If that hurts your neck, of course, look down. And again, same thing with the arm. If this arm doesn't want to be up in the air, put your hand on the hip. And come back to your warrior two for a moment. And straighten the leg, hands to the chair, toes forward, step your feet together. All right, pause for just a little moment and notice how you're feeling. I'm gonna do a little bit of side moving with the legs. And then we're gonna step the toes behind to get in some joint movement. So holding on to the back of the chair. When you inhale, extend your right leg out to the side. When you exhale, bring your feet back together. And then go the other side. So then left leg comes out with an inhale and feet come back together on the exhale. So there's no swinging of the leg. You're actually trying to use that yoga curse word control to lift and lower the leg. So just engage the muscles instead of just letting gravity or momentum. So one more on the right, one more on the left, and then we're going to add a little step, kind of like a curtsy. So when your right leg comes out, when you exhale, take it behind you, put your toes on the ground and squat down. And then you're going to take your leg back out, put it back together. Try the other side. Now I can show you without the chair. The leg will come out, you'll take it behind, you'll squat down into a bit of a curtsy, but you're holding onto your chair. And it comes back out, feet come back together, and then do the other side. Now, if you do it without the chair, it turns into quite a balance component. And you really got to keep your gaze fixed on something. Using the chair for balance, and it's some very genuine joint mobility. So notice everything through hips, knees, ankles. Lots of joints there. And when you're done with your left side the next time, bring your feet back together and just pause for a moment. Notice how you feel. Okay, we're going to come back around to the front of the chair to sit down one more time. But the thing about that chair pose is that we get to do it both coming and going. So stand in front of your chair, put your feet together in such a way that's pretty stable. You're going to take your hands to your knees and bend your knees. And you're just going to hover over your chair. Just about to sit down, but not quite. Keep breathing. And remember, pull the belly in. Keep that low back and that low front engaged. And then with some grace, sit. That gets better as you do it more often. It really does. Now pause in your chair for just a little second here with your hands in your lap and your feet on the ground, and you're just sitting tall. You might even be sitting back. Pay attention to you for a moment. I'm going to do just a couple of more things. And one of them is going to be a little strong. So come towards the edge of your chair. And then you're going to have your feet really stable on the ground. Now, specifically, this left one is going to be really stable on the ground here. And then extend your right leg out. Okay? Take your right hand to your chair. Take your left arm out in space. When you exhale, you're going to bend your knee and your elbow and curl in, touch elbow to knee. And then inhale, open back up. You're kind of watching your hand as you do this so your neck gets some attention. Now, this is the whole move, the curling in action. If your body does not want to do that, then keep your feet on the ground and take your elbow down to your knee. And then open up this way. And it doesn't matter if it doesn't touch your knee. Get this move going. Go in this direction. So whatever you're doing, do it 2 more times. And then you're going to be done with both of those. And you're going to sit in center for a second and take it all in. So that's kind of a big move. Right foot's going to stay stable. And you're going to extend your left now. Leg straight out from the body somewhere there. Hold on to the chair with your left hand, perhaps. Right arm is going to come out. You're going to watch that right hand and take a juicy inhale. And then exhale, curl it all in. Inhale, exhale. Exhale, curl it all in. Now again, if your parts don't want to do this big giant move, then keep your foot on the ground and take your elbow down toward your knee. Whatever capacity the body says okay to, you might just be moving a little bit, but that's okay. That's your range of motion today. But again, do 2 more. course, when you're done with both of those, just going to sit in the center for a second so you can check out how you feel. Yoga practice is really about body and breath awareness. Okay. Make sure you feel really good in your chair, kind of right in the middle. We're going to do a twist thing and incorporate a neck action. Want to be good and stable here. Okay, here we go. Take your left hand palm up on your leg. You don't want it helping you. And then you're going to extend your right arm out from your body, and you're going to take a look over at your right hand. So have a nice inhale here. And then when you exhale, take your hand over to your left shoulder, touch the shoulder and look down. And then you're going to bring your chin back parallel to the ground and inhale, open up. We're going to do it just a few more times. The exhale takes the hand across, touch your shoulder, look down. Bring your head back up, extend the arm, inhale and open, open. Exhale and close. When you open up again, stay open for just a breath or two. Keep looking at your hand or in that general direction. When you exhale, go ahead and take your hand over to your shoulder again and look down, pause there. Notice any interesting sensations across the right side of the neck or maybe into the head or shoulder or down the back. Maybe you're feeling great. Next, inhale, bring your head up, take your hands to your lap, palm up, face forward, and just pause. Left side. Keep that right hand palm up, extend the left arm out, body, parallel to the ground, taking a look at your left hand. Your inhale happens here, so that when you exhale, you arc your arm all the way across, and then touch your shoulder and look down. And then you'll bring your head back up, open up, inhale, and then exhale. Come across again, touch your shoulder. All right, let the breath really do the guiding here. Make sure you let the head do as much moving as it can, not just your eyes. Really. You might remember what I said before about the neck and everything that moves through the neck and how it comes out through the shoulders and the arms and such. We really want to be able to keep all of these, these signals coming and going. We keep holding on to things and stuff. All right, when you open up the next time, let's pause for a second, relax your shoulders. Wait for your exhale, take your hand across your body, touch your shoulder, look down. What do you feel over here? Anything? When you inhale again, just come on back to center. Palms up for just a moment. Pause and breathe. Go ahead and sit back in your chair. Get yourself comfortable as you possibly can in the chair you have available. See about putting your feet on the ground. Knees over ankles and knees straight out from the hips. Let those legs be neutral. Palms up or palms down with your hands. It's all a matter of what you like best. Make your arms neutral by putting the elbows under the shoulders. Again, leaning back, not a bad idea. Comfy. Go through some relaxation and then do a little breath awareness and here and then. Pay attention to your body. Move awareness down to your feet. Relax your feet. Let awareness drift up to your hips. See if you can soften through any grip in your hips. And then as you inhale and exhale, move awareness from hips to feet and feet back to hips. And let your legs relax. To do this, you might find that you have to rearrange your body. Rearrange your body. Move your awareness to your hands now. Relax your hands. Let awareness drift up to your shoulders and let the shoulders soften right down into place. No artificially stuffing them, just let them. Again, as you breathe, move your awareness from your shoulders to your hands, and your hands to your shoulders, and let your arms start to rest right in there. Just how you're leaning back in your chair. Notice the back of the neck and then the sides. Soften through the neck. Soften through the sides. Let awareness drift to heart center for a moment. When you inhale, soften the heart. When you exhale, soften the body. Let awareness drift to navel center for a moment and see if the body moves with your breathing there. Shift awareness to the base of the nose and pay attention to how the breath comes and goes right there at the entrance to the nose. Don't follow the breath as we often do in yoga, but keep your awareness fixed right there at the base of the nose and pick up on the nuance of your breathing. Full inhales, warm exhales. It's okay if the mind wanders, because that's an excellent opportunity to practice. Moving your awareness back to the base of the nose. Again, picking up on the subtleties of the breath. Let the next inhale draw awareness right into the mind. And imagine a tree. Any tree you want, as big or as small as you. Imagine you're standing in front of a tree. And take a look up into the tree and notice the leaves. Are they green? Is it fall? Are they glossy? Maybe they're a little fuzzy. Maybe they're pine needles. How tall is your tree? Or how small is your tree? Right at the trunk of the tree, gazing at the bark. Is it the kind of tree that has rough, craggy bark? Or is it smooth on the trunk? Can you discern some different shades of color through the bark? Instead a breeze has come by to rustle the leaves. All of a sudden, there's a chair under your tree. Have a seat. Shade. Breathe in that breeze that rustles the leaves. From your place under your tree, move your awareness back to the base of your nose, noticing your inhales and your exhales. Little differences between the two. Let it consume your awareness for a moment. And notice the temperature in the room and how it feels on the skin. Notice the parts that are touching the chair and how the chair supports. Notice if you smell anything, or if there's a taste in your mouth. Let the hands come together in front of the body and start rubbing your palms together. Pick up that sense of touch. Now take your hands to cover your eyes, leave your nose free, and then blink into your hands so you can let in some light. Let your eyes close, take the hands back together in front of the body. Thanks for coming today. Namaste.